So between us, when I want to come running next to you, with a woman like you, there's no need to play around. Just one loving, just a love with the love that you give it. It's for the love that you baby. With this one, baby. It's for the love that you baby. It's for the love that you baby. With this one, you baby. It's for the love that you baby. With this and the truth that baby. Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly, the lead from Butterfly Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. Other horses are beautiful and women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah, salati dotty. Everybody under the sound of my voice. You know I'm the Oprah of the smooches, so you get a smooch, you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. I'm actually hoping that you all are enjoying your day today. Okay, thus far. I hope it gets better if it hasn't been. And we're going to get into some of the things, okay? We're going to get into shout out to my boo, Jess Andrea. Shout out to you, love, and everything, okay? And I agree with you. I just saw something. I agree with you wholeheartedly, okay? So, hold on, let me stop this real quick. Okay, I said stop. Thank you. Stop. Thank you. Stop. Thank you. You tell it to stop and it just keeps on. It just kept on again. Stop. Thank you. Oh, child. Anyway, y'all, I'm nursing this coffee right now. Dare I say I think I'm breaking away from coffee? Dare I say? Dare I say? Okay. Let me see that you're trying to become coffee free. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's start our daggone story, okay? Let me pull this up and let me say again. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, my butterflies. Good morning to you. Let's see. Let's make sure y'all can see this. Hold on, hold on. And make sure it comes up. Everybody asks me who is that lady on that on my page right there. That's my deceased daughter. That is the one and only Jasmine. Okay, that is my boo Jasmine, and I love that look how she's looking like I wish you would. I wish you would. Okay. So let me play this, y'all. This was sent to me by one of my butterflies. Shout out to you. Hope you're enjoying your work day today. And wanted me to talk about this. So that's why I'm talking about. I told you if you send me something and you want me to go over it, I sure will. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Traumatic brain injury because he had spent less than a day in the Oklahoma County jail.
The next time his family saw him, he was in the hospital. News 4's Lauren Henry spoke with the young man's mother.
Antonio Hendrix spent less than 24 hours at the Oklahoma County jail. Now he's in a coma, fighting for his life. His family still searching for answers.
Okay, so just in case, they're going to show the video of him being detained I think he failed a signature correct, something like that. And then when they checked him, he had a gun in his waist. Okay. And everything. So I'm not sure, but then he gets booked into the county jail, and everything. So this is tripping me out. Okay. They said they do have video of whatever happened, but uh, they are not, what is that word I'm looking for, to where they can release it to the public or the news company. But let's listen. Let's listen.
My primary question is what happened to my son and who did it.
According to court documents, Antonio Hendrix was pulled over for improper lane use near Southeast 44th and Sunny Lane. Police ended up arresting Hendrix after finding a gun in his waistband. They say,
Okay. First of all, do y'all see he got on the sweatshirt? I told y'all. Well, okay, never mind. Let's go.
he also didn't have a valid driver's license. We requested the body cam footage of the moments Oklahoma police officers took Hendrix into custody. It appears he is talking and walking normally. We know he made it to the county jail where this mugshot was taken.
The last call we received from Antonio was about 11:45 a.m. The next call I received was at 6:14 p.m. saying that my son was in intensive care at SSM Midtown.
According to Mark Opgrand with the Oklahoma County Jail, Hendrix was booked into the jail at 7:15 Friday night. Hendrix's mother, Clovia Long, says the family paid the 18-year-old's bond that evening.
That jail had told us that they can have a 24 to 48 hour process to process him out.
Normally, this is what Hendrix looks like. The next time his mother saw him, he was hospitalized.
Antonio has heavily been sedated, placed in a coma. He's doing better. They didn't find any more bleeds in the brain, but he still has a long way to go.
But how he ended up with a traumatic brain injury remains a mystery. His family is desperate to find out what happened to him after this photo was taken. The Oklahoma City Police Department.
Okay, so my opinion on this may be what you all think. I'm not sure, but that's sad. He's only 18. I wonder whose car he was driving if he didn't have the appropriate driving credentials. I wonder, was it his mom's car or whose car he was driving? And they showed the gun when they took it off of him. And so I'm quite sure that's not registered too. So, yeah. Let's finish the rest so we can move on.
Tells us their records indicate Hendrix had no injuries or medical needs when they took him to the jail. He spent the next 19 hours behind bars under the supervision of jailers, and the spokesman for the jail tells us Hendrix was officially released from their custody Saturday afternoon at 2:25. Less than 30 minutes after the jail says he was released, Hendrix was in St. Anthony Hospital's emergency room.
I was told by the physicians here at St. Anthony's that Antonio was transported via EMSA, and that it was the jail that called EMSA and released him to EMSA.
Jail officials have given us little information about this case, only saying an individual who was recently booked into our facility was transported to the hospital upon release. Hendrix's mother says their family has been left in the dark.
No mother wants to see their child laying in a bed with tubes in their throat. My baby can't speak to me. As of right now, I can't even touch him. I can't kiss him because
that's true. When they're incubated like that, they're very clean in the room. They don't want you to touch them. They don't want you to kiss them. One, you may knock some tubes loose, not trying to, and everything. And this is sad to see this baby like that, because I got children as well, and I would hate to see my child like this. I would hate to see. I did see my husband like this, so I understand what she's going through. You know what I'm saying? So prayers out to the mom and stuff. I have no idea. I put it like this. I'm gonna tell you my opinion, and that and $1 is worth nothing. Okay, my opinion on what happened to this young man. I think if he was in a set, aka gang or whatever, if he was in a set, that as he began to leave, there was a confrontation between him and another set, and he got the worst end of it. And they went on and transported him to the hospital when they found him, but they released him because there was no reason to keep him locked up. He probably spent the time he's supposed to spend in there, and they was like, well, let's go ahead and release him so that way the hospital can, do it. When he's released from the hospital, he can go home. So I'm assuming that's what I'm assuming that happened. But again, I really don't think the jail had anything to do with this. I really don't. I really believe it was him and probably a couple of more inmates that just got into it. And that's just my opinion, y'all. I don't know that to be fact, okay? So, let me know way down in the bottom when you all get a chance to watch this. Let me know what you think. Let me know exactly what you think happened, okay? Let's see. Let's go to the next thing real quick. Okay, so what do I want to talk about next? Do I want to do Joe Brown first, or do I want to do AI? Okay, let's do the AI first. Okay, we're gonna do AI. This is scary, y'all. Some people are happy about this, but to us, this is scary. And I want to show y'all this, okay? All right, y'all see that? Let me make sure. Let me see. All night long. Let's see. Okay, y'all can see that. Good. All right, let's go. This is scary. This was sent to me last week. I had to find it again. So check this out.
In China, kids can't even enter school without scanning their faces. Every move, every meal, every step verified through facial recognition.
So this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced.
This isn't a sci-fi movie. This is real life. Chinese children.
Y'all see that? And y'all really want that to happen with this government that we have? Whether you for them or against them, okay? You don't have to be my friend to come in my chat, comment. Do you really, and I want y'all to think about that. Think about all the misdeeds that you might be doing. Say you are married and you're cheating on your spouse. Say you are a street pharmaceutical salesman. Say that you crossed the street illegally, because how many of us don't go to the corner? How many of us, when we see an opening, we walk just going across the street? Okay, just think about all the things that you yourself do that is not really that bad, but they are breaking the law, sort of say. Okay, let's just look.
Now use mandatory digital IDs linked directly to the nation's centralized digital currency. They pay for lunch with a face scan. They enter school through a camera gate. It's all part of China's massive surveillance grid, one that tracks not just where you are, but what you buy, say, and believe. And it starts young, conditioning the next generation to see total surveillance as normal. They call it convenience, they call it security, but let's be honest, this is control, a world where freedom becomes a privilege you have to earn with compliance.
Did y'all hear that? You get your freedom when you are compliant. What's up, Catherine? You get your freedom when you are compliant. Think about that, y'all. Think about it. Pay attention. Listen to what this woman's going to say.
Our role is I once again cannot buy food. A couple days ago, my uncle and my cousin helped me get a cell phone that is linked to a Chinese bank card so that I could buy anything. But now, apparently, it has been flagged for some reason, and I have to pass facial recognition identity verification. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have to open my mouth. Yeah. But now,
Did y'all see that? She said that her family bought her another phone so she can pass facial recognition just to get food. And when she put it up to her face and she had to open her mouth, it denied her again. It gave her an error message again. Now we know that right now in this country, it's a SNAP situation that's going on. Okay, but what if? Because you know how many of us look alike. What's going on, friend? What's going on, King? Good morning. You know how many of us look alike? What if you had to do this? Now, some jobs, they do make you do facial recognition. Ask me how I know. Okay. Some jobs they do. All right. But some of us look alike. So say it recognizes some key points in your face to say, okay, that's Creole. But then my cousin, who we can pass for actually like my uncle's daughter, we can pass for twins. Seriously. When I saw her, I knew she was kin to me. It's so funny. Alabama, picture it, Alabama, family reunion, and a death at the same time. This girl comes out the door and everything, and everybody said, Dad, you look like our cousin. And blah, blah, blah. So when she saw me, I saw her. We both just went over and hugged each other. It was like, I can tell you can, because we look alike. We look like we twins. Another thing that happened, me and my son was working for USAA. And I was in the fraud department. He was in banking or something else. And this girl, we used to always talk. We same height, same color, everything. And we used to always talk and hug each other in the morning. And, they got used to they met my son. Was like, yeah, he sits by me. I didn't know you was her son and blah, blah, blah. And so then another girl I knew was my cousin. She was like, hey, cuz. So she hugged me. And I said, this is my son, because she had never met him. She said, well, what's up, cuz? Blah, blah, blah. And then them two, my cousin and the other girl, they still talking, right? Anyway, they said, what you going to do this weekend? I said, well, I actually got a family reunion to go to, so I'm going to step in for a minute. And she said, I do too. I said, wouldn't it be funny if we can? Yeah, we get to the family reunion. The girl who always hugged me, and we talk and everything, same size, same color, all of that. Well, I come miss my cousin. Had never met her in the family at all. It's my cousin. And not like distant cousin. No, that's my cousin. And her mother and my mother knew each other, grew up together. It was weird. And I was like, no wonder everybody kept on saying we favor, because we blood. So can you imagine that, y'all? Where if the Americans had a system like this, and don't think they ain't working on none. It's like whatever this particular country do, we kind of follow and try to updo it. Let's finish. I'm sorry.
I once again can't buy anything to.
Now imagine this model spreading to the West. Digital IDs tied to your finances, your healthcare, your travel, even your social media. One centralized system, one mistake, one opinion out of line, and suddenly access denied. No school, no payment, no freedom.
All your identities, information, and everything you do will be known by the government through this kind of system. It's really dangerous because you never know who is actually viewing your daily life, who is going to use your data. And what if there's a leak in the government? What's going to happen to your personal privacy?
This is what happens when technology stops serving humanity and starts monitoring it. It's the illusion of safety built on the foundation of submission. So before we accept digital IDs under the banner of progress, we should ask, at what cost? Because convenience fades fast, but control lasts forever. And it always starts small with a smile for the camera. In China, kids can't even...
Okay. I don't know, people. I have no clue, my people. Okay? I have no clue. Yeah, it's one of them things, okay? It's just one of them things. You know, it's a lot of things I want to say. And, you know, I heard people say all the time, oh, you know, free speech, free country, blah, blah. But is free speech still free anymore? Let's just talk about that real quick. Is free speech still free anymore? Or is it's limited to different people in different ways? Okay, that's what I thought. They blocked this video. They won't let me bring this video up. Okay, let me see if I can get his name and just go to his video. Hold on, y'all, because I'm going to pull something up. Because this is for multiple sclerosis. I got AT&T coming around noon today to look at my Wi-Fi. They ain't going to do nothing but switch out the box and give me another one. That's all they ever do. That's all they ever do is just switch out the box and give you another one. They don't look at your wires or nothing. And eventually whatever's going on, it's going to go on again. You know. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so it's not going to come up. All right, let's talk about this then. Whatever happened to, you ever wonder, those of us, those of our ancestors back in the early 1900s, you know, like 1900 and this, 1900, okay. You ever wonder what actually happened to the land that most of our people had? Okay. Do you ever wonder what happened to that? Okay, so I'm gonna bring up something. Hopefully I can keep it right there. Give me one moment. All night. Oh. It's almost time for me, y'all, to go and support my cousin. To meet my cousin, to see his premiere of his movie. I am so excited. And he has been telling them about me, about his cousin who writes, sings, is a published author, did voiceovers and all of this and stuff like that. I'm excited. So he can't wait to introduce me to them. I thought, and I still think it's because I know my cousin. I really think he's going to try to have me sing something in front of this whole crowd. Because he does that to me. Like, he'll wait and say, I forgot to ask her. She going to kill me. And when he say that, I know it's me. Okay. And he'll say, cuz, give us a verse or something. You know, and those who have heard me sing before have been somewhere where I've, you know, been one of the concert people or whatever, opening up and things, they'll say, yeah, come on, Coco, come on, you know, and I'd be like, I'm gonna kill him. So I'm excited though. I'm excited to see what my cousin, what he's done. It's you know, his premiere and all this and stuff. You know, my little brother now is into films. So I can't wait till he get up and go. But I actually have 3 cousins who's got, one of my cousins got 21 movies out on Tubi, very successful. The other one's got 10 movies out on Tubi, very successful. He's working on another one as we speak. And then this one particular cousin that I'm talking about now, he has a series out on Tubi, and now he's coming out with a movie. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. I remember this little boy, you know, he always tell everybody she was like my big sister. You know, anytime I went through something or somebody tried to mess with me or whatever, he said I would give her name. If they knew her, they stopped messing with me. If not, I would go get her, and here she come. You know, when they see her there, it's Shorty's people. Leave him alone, man. That's Shorty's people. You know, because I fought, like I told y'all, from 8 to 80, I didn't care, blind, cripple, or crazy. Let's go. Let's go. I grew up in the projects. You either going to fight for your survival, or you going to fight to keep somebody off of you. And you fight enough, your name start to get around, okay? And fortunately, the older people, you know, especially the older dudes and all of that and stuff, they like me. Hold on. It's my alarm. And they would say, "Hey, Shorty good over her. Leave her alone. Shorty good. She good people. So I could go places a lot of people couldn't go because I earned my stripes. You feel me? So just to see my little cousin becoming this mega producer and movie guru, and I am so excited. I just am. I'm so excited. And he's like, I can't wait until you finish bloop, bloop, bloop. He said, man, I'm gonna tell everybody that's my cousin, because he know I'm working on something, right? And everything. So it just feels good. It feels good. And it I don't know, I don't know what to say. It just feels good. A whole lot of people don't know, and I've learned not to tell anybody that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do, and not trying what I am actually doing. Um, you know, this is what I've learned from people, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is what I learned from people. When you say something, you say, let's say I talk to Brother Watermelon and I say, hey, Brother Watermelon, I'm gonna tell you and tell you only, I'm doing this and this is how I'm doing. It's always going to be, and you got to watch these people. I'm telling these people, you got to watch. It's always somebody that'll say, oh, okay, that's okay, but I would do it like this. I don't think you should do it like that. I think you should do it like this. It's always, they think you should do it differently than what you've already been doing, and that is already accepted as being one of the best ways. Like, you ain't just woke up one morning and say, I think I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then I tell that I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and all of a sudden my way is wrong, but their way is much better. It's a lot of people that has control issues, and when you spot that behavior like that, you got one or two ways to do it. You can ignore it and go on, or you can give in to those that are controlling. Okay. I didn't get my doctorate degree out of a crackerjack books. This is what people don't really realize about me. Like, I didn't get a crackerjack box and scratch it and say, you win a doctorate degree. I got to be somewhat intelligent. Somewhat. I may be not be an intelligent person to some, but I always see how far people gonna take me. Like, seriously, I've been like that all my life because I have always been underestimated by those who call themselves supposedly caring about me, loving me, or whatever, right? So I sit back and I watch people and I listen to what they say, how they say it, and everything, Uh, and I'd be cracking up in the back of my head because I'm like, you really think I'm an idiot? You really think I'm dumb? And so I'm gonna sit here and just let you say, all of these things. I'm like, okay. Now, some things do I know? No. But if you show me, once you show me real good, I got it. And when I get it, I shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Charlie, my vanilla sister from another mister. Shout out to Charlie. Let me tell you something. I love that girl. I don't care. Y'all can get mad at her if you want to, whatever. I love that girl. Let me tell you what Charlie did. It's about this, new system. When you new to something, it can be overwhelming. Okay. And the fact that I just don't sit home and twiddle my thumbs, I got a lot of things that I'm doing, it can be very overwhelming trying to fit something else in. Okay. So Charlie said, I'll teach you whatever you need to know about StreamYard. She said, I want to see you succeed. So I'll teach you whatever you need to know. But wait a minute, my other sister, mixology, was like, if you do a flyer for Creole, now check this out. I just want y'all to listen. If you do a flyer for Creole, I don't want you to do it for free. I'll pay you. When people believe in you, you better hold on to people. And I was like, huh? Wait a minute. She said, nope. Sissy, I'm going to do this for you. Charlie was like, no, I'm going to do it for Creole. You don't have to pay me. Do y'all see what I'm saying? When people believe in you, okay? All right, let me go on with this. And I'm going back to my commentary, but I'm saying all this to say a point. I ain't have to jump through no hoop. I ain't have to become nothing I ain't, which I ain't gonna do that anyway. But I'm me, and people believe in me. This me, not the me everybody be trying to make me into. This me. This has got me quite a few years. I'm 55, so quite a few years. This has got me really, really well. So you know what I'm saying? So Charlie, shout out to Charlie. She said, "Hey sis, I'm gonna send you a link. It's just gonna be me and you on this link, and we're gonna go through StreamYard, and I'm gonna show you some stuff." She sent the link to me, and when I tell you, she took her time and was like, "This does this. This does this. You got it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do blue, blue. There you go. This does this." See what I'm saying? See, man. So if I decide to pay StreamYard again, because me and StreamYard mad at each other at this time, and those of you all who've been following me for the last 2 weeks, you know why. If me and StreamYard decide to reconnect again, y'all see some stuff. I'm ready now. I'm ready now. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. But anyway, on October 21st, 1916, African American landowner, he was a farmer named Anthony Crawford, okay? He was lynched in South Carolina. He was lynched. He had a total of 427 acres, okay? So the government ended up seizing his land. So that's what made me wonder, y'all. Like back in the day when they did our people like it, what happened to their land? It is so much things, so many things, and so much land and stuff that is ours. Okay, is ours. Some of the people was on their land and everything, and some of the people was on their land, but these mobs came through to kill them and everything, and gave them an option to walk away from all the land that they had to save their life. And in the middle of the night, the husbands and the wives and the kids was packing up their stuff and just walked off their land. Because had they kept their land, y'all, they would have had to fight for it and most likely die. So a whole lot of companies that's built on top of some of this land, as well as some of these people who say, this land has been in my family since 1902. How'd you get it? How'd you get it? Okay, let me go on because I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I will change I'll change my title too because it's something else I want to add here because they won't let me bring up the multiple sclerosis one. So here we go. Let's look at this. Now y'all can research this really quick if you want to, but let's read it. Let's read it. Let's go. Tulsa mayor backs reparations plan for Black Wall Street massacre victims. Okay. Monroe Nicholas supports significant elements of the measure of recompense. I'm sorry. The families of Black people killed or left homeless by the 1921 race massacre. So I keep saying this. Y'all always say what the government can't do. And they've been proving you are wrong. Every time you open up your mouth and say, they can't do that, another bill comes, another executive order comes. It's like, are y'all not living in the same world that I am? Do you not see what's going on? And this right here shows you that they'll bomb you if they want. They bomb their own people. So y'all, what's new with them getting the National Guard to come out and police cities? What's new? I keep saying some of y'all, I try not to call people this word, but oh well, hell, I just thought about it. Some of y'all are so dumb with two B's, and you destined to be dumb because all you never broaden your mind to learn anything. Like I said, who sits and eat junk food and cake all day long? That's how I look at YouTube. Some of y'all, the only way you look at YouTube is if it has to be a Jerry Springer show. Other than that, you don't try to filter your mind. You don't try to 5 minutes of this, 5 minutes of that. It's all junk food, all junk food. Whatever you put in is how it comes out. Okay, if you sit and eat junk food all day, you're gonna either come up with diabetes. Okay, you're gonna come up with answer, put a C in the front. Like there is no way in the world that you'll be able in natural to sit and eat junk food every day, all day. You get cavities, you get all the things. So if that's the case, who is this texting me? Okay. If that's the case, then why do you think that it is good to just sit and look at asinine things all day, every day, and don't put nothing of substance in your brain? Like that little 18-year-old what came up in the coma I was just talking about. I sent that to my older grandkids, especially my grandsons, and telling them, watch how you drive and watch who you with. I want them to, enjoy your college experiences, but I also want you to know life is real out here. It's real. Let's not get too far in the bubblegum thing to where we can't see what's natural. Anywho, moving forward. So over here, it tells you the story about it and everything, how they're working on the plan is due Project Greenwood. Okay. It calls for direct cash payments to be made to the family members of those killed during the massacres, such as World War I veteran C.L. Daniel and Andrew C. Jackson, a Black physician. Okay. So hopefully they will be getting this soon. Okay. Hopefully. I did find something where Detroit people are getting something as well. They're trying to do it in a small scale, y'all. They are really trying to do it in a small scale. So last but not least, Lord have mercy today. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you all. Hold on. Now, when this person was on TV, y'all, I didn't like him. Can I just be honest with y'all? I didn't like him. I really didn't. So let me pull this up. Hold on. It's a penny for your dog, a nickel for your kiss. Dime just to tell me that you love me. Penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Dime if you tell me that you love me too. Yeah, I know I'm old school, so when old school songs hit me, I got to do it. Let me see. Oh shoot, I put it on the wrong one. Hold on, no wonder it wasn't bringing it up. And shout out to that content creator that's going to the homecoming this weekend. Hope you enjoy yourself. I heard you're on the road and about to get on the plane. Let's see. Hold on. And y'all may actually agree with what he's saying. And that's fine if you do. Like I said, you ain't got to be my friend to come over here and give us your opinion. And like I said, I know a lot of y'all at work right now, but y'all do go back and listen to my videos. And I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much, okay? Okay, let's see. And it's bad to see these two men go at it the way that they're going at it. Okay, I think this is the one. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. Hold on, let me let this commercial go through because I believe this is the one that I shared. I put it in my if you want to actually see it, I actually put it in when I say let's chat, I put it in right there. I copied the video because this is like the reaction video of this. So let's go. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back over here. It's a penny for your thought, a nickel for your kiss. Time just to tell me that you love me. Penny for your thoughts. Let's see. All right. Whoo, child. Let's go. I just want to get your opinion on this. Let's go.
You and Judge Mathis, is everything cool between both of y'all? Because I know he made some comments telling you to come see him.
Oh, he's part of that thing too. Have you noticed at home with Judge Mathis with all of that rainbow stuff that they push? See, Hollywood tried to get me to do the same thing. I said, hell no, you're on your own with that. I'm not doing it, but he did.
Okay, so if you've been under a rock, Judge Joe Brown and Judge Mathis, which is sad, okay, because they're one of the most well-known judge. When you look at them, they used to take up the airways in like the 80s, the 90s, and some of the early 2000s, okay. Judge Mathis has never had that he has a rainbow son, aka gay son, okay. Joe Brown is very staunch, manly, this, that, and the other, okay? And so Joe Brown said something in an interview about Judge Mathis and his son and his parenting and all of this. And so this is where we are today. There is an ongoing feud between these two well-known TV judges, okay? It's really sad, but I understand each man has to stand its own ground and feel like what they have to say is very important and things of that nature. You may agree with Mathis or you may agree with Brown, okay? But I just wanted to give a backstory on this. Let's go.
Did. See, he punked out and joined the gang, and then he says he got out when his mama got sick. So he does his thing, and one of the most embarrassing moments I ever had as a black attorney or as a black man was in front of 5 members of the U.S. Supreme Court and the Second Circuit Court of the Judiciary. They were having a judicial conference. They had invited me, Judge Napolitano, and Judge Mathis to lecture them for 2 hours on television in the courtrooms, because at that point, 20-some years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court and the appellate courts of the United States and other courts were concerned about opening the courts back up again to broadcast media. He declined the show, and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm rehearsing for a gospel play."
Now, would I have missed the opportunity to train or teach anybody regarding something that had to do with law and media, knowing how far of a reach that could have went? No, I wouldn't have. I would have actually showed up and did that, and the play would have had to either replace me or they would have had to allow me to come in at a different date, because when we talk, excuse me, when we're talking about things like this, to me, it's important. So yeah, I'm agreeing with Joe Brown on this. That should have took precedence over you going to a play. I mean, you going to practice for a play. You know, I mean, okay, let's go.
So I found that embarrassing. You're doing a church gospel play and you miss out on an opportunity to address the Second Circuit Court of Appeals for the United States. I think there are 3 or 4 former members of that circuit that are on the U.S. Supreme Court right now. The Supreme Court itself is part of that circuit for educational and continuing legal educational purposes. And you missed the opportunity to do that because you're in a gospel rehearsal. That's clown show stuff. And then that crap he does about endorsing LGBTQIA+ on that At Home with Mathis. And the fact that when I was on, I was number 1 and 2, and he was down 150, 160 in the ratings, flunkying out, doing what he did, acting ignorant. I never said anything about him, but he wanted to badmouth him because he apparently likes that Joe and Ho thing with Joe Biden and Ho Harris.
Well, he's going to bring in ex-Vice President Harris. Yeah, this is interesting. Again, shout out to Dialogue. Again, the Art of Dialogue. I actually copied his link down there in the information in case y'all want to go and look at the page. But yeah, my reaction to this is wow. Okay, I mean, wow. Let go.
Harris, and he got offended that I called his little fake negress a hoe, which she is. She's entitled to her sexual activity, but she did it for money and advantage, and that makes you a hoe if you do it for pay. Now, bottom line is he came up and said something like, if he called my wife a hoe, he'd have to answer to me. Well, I haven't called his wife a hoe, but I hope for his sake she ain't, because, you know, if you are, I might tell you what you are. So he talked and he wanted to badmouth it, and I think he was trying to deal with bravado, but, you know, he said somebody know where I can find him in Memphis. Well, you know, you want to be a fool.
They too old to be fist fighting. I wouldn't even watch it. That's so geriatric. That's ridiculous. Let's just keep our words online. Okay, this is crazy. 2 judges that we grew up looking at or whatever, they into it right now. It's like, okay, really? This is a joke, right? Won't y'all just have a beer? Won't y'all just meet over a beer? You know, talk it out and be done with it. Because his opinions is his opinions. It don't make it fact. Opinions are like booty holes. Everybody got one. I just don't understand. Okay. Ugh. Miss Stain, let's go.
Fool enough to set yourself up for that, go right ahead. I thought it was foolish, and I thought it was typical, and that's why he lasted so long. I was number 1 and number 2, the number 1 money-making show for CBS that they bragged to their stockholders was making the whole operation so profitable, and he was down there. He's one of those shows that makes low-level commercial money, and you can keep on forever, and he was amenable to pushing the rainbow cult. So he did that. See, what they do is they'd invite you to parties, and you go to the party, you know, you first get in this, and oh man, look at all the beautiful women. And then, wait a minute, what's that going on over there? It's
Y'all know that what's his name? Y'all know that Cat Williams said the same thing, right? He said you look over in the corner and you think it's 2 women, but it'd be 2 men, and 2 men that you know be over doing some other things, right? At these Hollywood parties. It's okay, let's go, Joe Brown. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just tripping me out because everything is okay. What was the word for 2025? Anything that can be shook will be shook, from the courthouse all the way down to the entertainment center, all the way down to the church. Everything, okay? Everything. And I'd be daggone if it ain't happening. Okay, let's go. Sorry, it'd be nice if we could hear Creole.
I'm leaving this set. You know, let me drop by and pay you a visit. So I'm getting the hell out of here. And then they start inviting you back. You go back to them. Not me. And see, they'd get you caught up in there and get trapped if you fell into that. They take your belt off, help you pull your britches down, your boxes, and bend you over. And, you know, you'd be part of the initiate, you know.
Oh, my. Oh my! He said, he said they take your belt off, help you take your pants down, bend you over. My God, today are they examining you? What the what? What are they doing, sir? What are they doing? Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. He's very candid. Okay, I will say that. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a catechism, and you'd be helping that out so they can poison the minds of America with "you have no purpose, you have no cause, get rid of your masculinity, be emotional, and, get upset and think somebody's supposed to take care of you." So that was a poisonous thing. So like some other people who were involved, I refused to get involved with, well, not involved, but other people who were doing stuff. I refused to get involved with that social scene in Hollywood because it's just poisonous. Just completely poisonous, and they have an agenda. So, yeah, that's Mathis. He can take his punk self somewhere else and go deal with his rainbow.
He did not just call this man a punk. I'm refusing to believe that I just heard him call this man a punk. Who child? I swear, you know, people will tell you who they are. All you gotta do is believe them, okay? All you gotta do is believe them. All right. I think I found the multiple sclerosis one, so I will be able to pull it up as well. Okay, so let's go. Let's finish this out, y'all. Wow.
Fixation. All his children on a rainbow, man, what have you not been doing? It's so sensitive. But anyhow, I found it funny.
Yeah, he calls you a fake tough guy.
Well, I'm a man. I've tested my personal courage and bravery. I haven't let myself down. I've been in some interesting adventures that he hasn't, and I didn't run. I've done some things in the real world he hasn't, so that's okay. I don't consider myself a tough guy. I consider myself a man. I've met Muhammad Ali. I had a long conversation with George Foreman. We used to hang around, He was a nice guy to hang with. I knew Huey Newton, Eldridge Cleaver, all this bunch.
If you live in a Kentucky zip code and have 0 DUI.
Anyway, y'all, so like I said, I just wanted to share that real quick because, yeah, it's really sad. It is really sad that at this time, them two people are going at it. So last but not least, hold on, let me go over here and this stupid chair done slid again. I can't stand this chair. I'd rather go get me a folded chair than to keep sitting in this chair. I'm gonna have to buy me one. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so last but not least, to my beautiful, beautiful people who are dealing with multiple sclerosis, okay? Let's go here. Make sure y'all can see it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, and hold on. Okay. right. So I had to go back there. Okay, good. Let's go. Y'all ready? Okay.
Confirmed 3 natural compounds that repair nerve damage in people with multiple sclerosis. And the crazy part is they all come from nature. Number 1, beta-caryophyllene. According to this study, BCP has been shown to lessen the inflammation in the central nervous system by modulating the activity of the cells.
So those of you all who know somebody who's suffering from multiple sclerosis, you can actually write these down, the names down, and either go get them or do your own research on them, okay? And everything I told y'all, God gave us herbs for the healing of our body, all right? So I'm just sharing this information because it was shared with me and I've talked about it so much. So hopefully this is something that if anybody is suffering from MS, you can actually get to help your body, okay? So I'm not a medical doctor. That's why I got allegedly all down at the bottom, okay? I'm a doctor in other words, but not a medical doctor, okay? So take a look, listen.
Responsible for MS. It also helps balance the immune response by turning inflammation cells to anti-inflammation cells, which is the key because this is immune modulation. Number 2, alloropine. According to this study, alloropine helped protect the brain in the MS study by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress while also restoring a balance to the immune cells that attack the nervous system. And before we get to number 3, you can find all these ingredients in my formula Terpenes Immunity, which is a lipid-based terpene formula. And according to multiple...
So he's got his own product in case y'all want to go and look at that and take a look at it or whatever. He does have his own product, okay? It goes, that's what you want, things that's going to cross the blood-brain barrier, okay? Because a lot of things don't penetrate. So that's why you don't feel it. So yeah, you know, it's up to you. I just wanted to share the knowledge. I told y'all when I found out things, I share things.
Studies using lipid-based terpenes helps protect the nervous system in MS by enhancing the absorption and crossing the blood-brain barrier. Because if you have any nerve conditions, you need something that can pass the blood-brain barrier. Regular water-based herbs cannot do that. Comment immune and I'll send it your way. And number 3, rosmarinic acid. Rosmarinic acid modulates the immune cells by inhibiting helper T cells, which are the key players in MS pathogenesis. Because the key to healing any autoimmune condition is immune modulation. Don't confuse that with immune suppression. You don't need a super immune system. You just have to get your immune system back to doing its basic job. Comment immune and I'll send you the formula.
Okay. So anybody who is dealing with MS, hopefully this will help you. And every stuff. I am coming back later today, y'all, because I want to go over a herb with you guys that's going to help. It's been people that's been commenting with me that it has helped them. Some people it helped them in 2 weeks. Some people, and one person he did it for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, his body repaired itself. And he's been doing it for 10 years now. So that's great documentation. So I will be back a little later to discuss that. And one more thing, but I just wanted to come on early like I told you guys I would. I want to talk about, like I said, that 18-year-old Orlando Hendrix, who's in a coma now from jail, okay? So, you know, you can go back and take a look at that if you want. Also, we talked about multiple sclerosis. Anybody that you know that's dealing with that, this will be some good news, you know, good information to give them as well. So yeah, I will probably be back around. I'm gonna give AT&T time to get my internet and all that squared away. So it'll probably be back around maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, because it could take them, they said, between 12 and 2. So it just depends. But I will be back. We're going to talk about, like I said, another thing that may help and something else. I don't want to put too much out here because, you know, every time I say something, somebody come through and steal my stuff, okay? All right. Well, if you're not busy or whatever, if you're looking for somewhere to go, let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Yep, it's home. Okay. Okay, that's on. Let me see. Okay, that's on. And I was going to try to send. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. So, yep, I did it right. All right. Go, Charlie. Go, Charlie. Thank you for teaching me, Charlie. So anyway, y'all. I guess I reached out to Just Kimmy because I haven't heard from her in a minute. I want to make sure she's okay as well. When I don't see you in a while, y'all, it makes me like. Anybody seen Kwani? I've been wondering about Queen Kwani as well. Has anybody seen Kwani? Make sure she's doing okay, y'all, because we people dying off like a vapor, and everything. So okay, all right. But like I always, am I here? Am I here? Am I here? Yep, I'm here. But like I always say to you guys, that no matter what the test, always do your best. This has been Creole Butterfly. I love you with things that you can use. Okay, smooches.